Welcome everyone to episode 307 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome to the most muscular podcast in the realm, the most muscular, the Swolenormous podcast in the realm. Thank you for joining Everest and K2 flexing on you on a Thursday. Yoked like it ain't no joke. This episode is going to be lit like a tit. Episode 307. So like this episode, hit the thumbs up button, share this broadcast, and let everyone know that Papa Swolio is live and getting yoked. And it ain't no joke. Shh, don't tell anyone, but it's no joke. Don't tell anyone, but it is no joke. I think a lot of people think Papa Swolio is joking. I think a lot of people think Papa Swolio is joking, but he's not. But he's not. This episode is all about pain with fitness, so strength training. Why strength training leads to pain, and strength training and muscle growth, and why there's this correlation with pain and lifting weights, and how we can avoid this in the future. Because the number one thing that you don't want from training, think about this, you are training. You're being fit for a reason, to eliminate pain. You're being fit for a reason to have a good physique, aesthetic appearance, but you're here to be healthy, not to be in pain. Not to be in pain. It's like the exact opposite of what you are training for. So let's get into this ASAP. Yo, what's up, Dominic? Welcome. Casey, welcome, brothers from other mothers. Brothers from other mothers. So, yeah, make sure you get everyone in the room. I got my coffee. It is a Thursday, and I'm pretty fucking amped. I'm still loving this format. So make sure you ask questions, because I'll take a couple questions at the end, and we'll keep it flowing. RJ made it, getting in there. So thanks for joining. Yeah, absolutely. So this episode, remember, we are live on Facebook, and you can also catch this on YouTube and also SoundCloud and iTunes. Every day at 12 noon Eastern Time, live on Facebook at Swolenormous. Also, you can catch every single episode on YouTube at Swolenormous. And then if you're driving, if you're around, if you can't sit there and watch, you can check out Papa Swolio fucking Normous every day. Every day as a podcast. I'll get your ears yoked on SoundCloud and iTunes. So I can do everything. It's every day live at 12. Every day live at 12 for the Daily Swole. So this is episode 307, Strength and Pain. So our first topic of this episode is pain in fitness. Now, what do I mean by pain in fitness? I'm talking about tightness, compensations, sitting down, being immobilized, which refers also to repetitive movement patterns. And this is something that is a constant issue when we look at what we do every day. If you look at your day in terms of what you do for work, what you do habitually when you are, let's say, driving to and from work, driving to the gym, what you're doing at home, repetitive movement patterns are the things that you do every day. On the daily, this is what you do more often than not. And most of the time, that is sitting down. Most of the time, you are sitting down. You're sitting down. You're in a hip flex position, and we talked yesterday and the day before about issues from tightness, about immobility, about activating the glutes. Remember yesterday's episode, all about the glutes, all butt stuff, episode 306? It was all about butt stuff. It was all about working the glutes and working the glutes properly. Okay, if you missed yesterday's episode 306, check it out. It's all about the glutes. But tightness, compensations, imbalances come from working certain muscles too much and not working other muscles enough. So there's an imbalance. And think of it as like a pulley system, like the kind of like the justice scale, when one side's too tight, the other side is weaker. So there's that imbalance. And if you have an imbalance, what we're looking at here is muscles that are shorter and tighter than they should be on one side, and muscles that are longer and weaker than they should be on the other side of the joint, because most joints have a front, a back, and a left and a right, so to speak. They're like muscles on all sides to keep it in place. When there is that imbalance, when there's that, okay, too tight on one side, too weak on another, you are going to have constant tension in the muscles trying to make up for that, because the body wants to be balanced. But because in your daily life, you're not balanced, because in your daily life, you are not even, you have other muscles that are trying to pitch in to fix the problem. And that's when you get chronic pain, because nerve tissue goes through a lot of these muscles, goes around it, and can get impinged, can get pressure put on them, and you'll have pain radiating down your leg, like sciatic issues, like shoulder pain, like neck pain. And you get these chronic pains that aren't from the location. They're called pain referrals. So when you have chronic neck pain, this could be from a sprained ankle that you had 5 or 10 years before. You could have back pain because you hurt your knee 6 years ago. This could be something that is compounded over time. Does that make sense? This could be something that has been going on for a long, long time. So when we talk about pain and fitness, we're talking about pain from actual strength training and also pain from life. So let's talk a little bit about strength. Let's talk about strength training and why this causes pain. All right? The reason why when you do strength training, you can increase pain is because of the internal tension. Internal tension versus external force. Now I want you to look at this overlay. Internal tension versus external force. When you are lifting a weight, that's your external force. When you're pushing open a door, that's external force. When you're lifting your cell phone, that's external force. Your muscles need to produce more tension and more force inside in order to overcome the force of the object against gravity. Because gravity, the earth, is pulling these objects straight into the ground. And that's force, that's external force. You and your body needs to create enough internal tension to overcome that force, to lift it and to manipulate it and to do 10 reps or to move it from here over here. Your body has to create that force. When you're creating internal tension, when you're creating that force, you are tightening up the muscle. You are creating this constant pressure inside the muscle. And a lot of times after the contractions, after we're doing the concentric and the eccentric, the shortening and the lengthening contraction, a lot of that doesn't go away. Neurally, the neural signals from the brain keep on firing those muscles and keep that tension, or those muscles stay shortened because you are in a hip flex position, you are locking yourself in position because you're working and stocking shelves, because you're in a car driving, because you're at a computer, because look at me, I'm broadcasting, I'm sitting down, my hips are flexed. There are a lot of issues as a result of this. And because you are constantly in a certain position and or you work the same muscles over and over again. I mean, how many people just do chest all the time? The classic bodybuilder physique, just locked in and, looking like a fucking gorilla. That classic physique, that classic, rounded shoulder posture is as a result of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it needs to stop because this constant tension is imbalancing the joints, imbalancing your posture, forcing the body into awkward positions trying to balance out this issue, and you're going to get chronic pain from that. So it's internal tension overcoming an external force. Remember, I'll take a few questions at the end, so make sure you leave them below. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Make sure if you haven't shared this broadcast, hit the share button. I think a lot of you that watch, if you're watching, and we got a bunch of people in here right now, if you're watching, you obviously support Papa Swolenormous, so make sure you hit the share button, get the word out there. It's up to you, and it's your responsibility if you support this and if you like this show to hit the share button, and let's get some more people in the room. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. And then we'll continue, and I'll take a few questions at the end. Episode motherfucking 307. Stiffness. Let's talk about stiffness and lack of mobility. Here's some of the ways that you can overcome this lack of mobility. First off, you need yoga. You need yoga, you need mobility, you need range of motion. You need to be working through sagittal, frontal, and transverse planes. You need to be moving through these various directions in space. You have to take your body through various spatial movements in order to keep everything lubricated, in order to keep everything activated. Because your body is not going to maintain anything it doesn't have to. It's work for your body to maintain. Your body wants to do the least amount of work. Your body wants to be lazy. Your body does not want to put an effort to maintain its physique. That's why constant stress and constant exposure to weights, constant exposure to stretching, constant exposure to yoga, constant exposure to running, for example, will create adaptations in that sense. That's what your body does as a defense mechanism. It's not, oh, I'm getting in shape and I'm getting fucking huge and I'm just getting bigger. No, your body doesn't want to get bigger. Your body doesn't care. Your body gets bigger as a defense. Your body protects itself and gets bigger as a result. So here's how you fix it. Your workouts need to focus on recovery. Your workouts need to focus on recovery. When you start focusing your workouts on recovery, just like we talk about in Swolenormous Premium, just like how my program, the 90-Day Dash, is designed, it focuses on fitness first, but it focuses on recovery. When you are focusing on recovery first, you are setting your body up for development, you're setting your body up for growth, you're setting your body up for health and for success. And I fucking shit you not, if you are sitting on your ass, you are missing out on that active recovery. You're missing out on doing proper cool downs. You're missing out on foam rolling, self-myofascial release. You are missing out on practicing yoga and doing your active rest, relaying the muscle fibers, allowing the fluids inside the muscle, the lactic acid, the byproducts of exercise. You're eliminating the body's ability to send that back up through the circulatory system and get cleansed out by all the different organs, to get diluted in the blood, to get expelled in sweat and in liver enzymes, whatever the process is. I'm just throwing shit out there. But you need to take responsibility for that recovery. You can't assume that, oh, I worked out, I'm just gonna do nothing and your body's just gonna heal. It will heal, but it's just going to get stiff and like hard, like fucking rock. Your body's gonna get stiff and hard and just immobilized. And what happens is you get like this super glue between the ligaments, the tendons, and everything just gets stiff and smashed together. So this is super important. This concept of active recovery, of remobilizing the muscles and the tissue during and after, and even before your fucking workouts. So proper warm up, proper cool down, also the proper movements during your workout, doing mobility workouts, practicing yoga, but that active recovery mentality. You need to think about the recovery mentality. And no one has this. No one has this, and that's why I push it so hard in my premium group. That's why I talk about it so much in my 90-Day Dash. Those of you that are in my premium group, share this broadcast. Everyone else, click the share button, because I'm still offering a 7-day free trial. And I know a lot of you are on the fence, a lot of you are thinking about this. You are going to be sorry, and you're going to miss out on this amazing offer with my program. $67, it is going to be gone. It is going to triple and more in cost in about 5 days. On the 15th, everything is going up, okay? Because I want to keep this community small. I want to keep this community tight, because this information it's not proprietary. A lot of it's common sense in the fitness industry, but most people don't know it, because most people that you will hear talk about fitness, most of the things you'll see on Instagram, on Facebook, in the gym, they don't know. Because the entry level to be a personal trainer or to be in fitness is fucking next to nothing, because there's no rules. There are no rules. There are no rules to fitness, except for maybe what a gym will require in terms of a personal training certification. Most of these certifications are dog shit. They mean nothing. A lot of people try to get more and more certifications. When you see someone in fitness with 10 fucking certifications, in my opinion, that's a flag right there. If someone has a ton of certifications, it means that they don't have command of any of them. They don't have command of their material. They think that more and more certifications make them seem smarter and more knowledgeable. They don't know how to apply that shit. If you have 10 certifications, you're spending more time reading fucking books than applying the knowledge and actually being in the field. Trust me, these certifications do not teach you that much, and they don't teach you the right shit unless you actually dig into the information and you apply it. And from teaching a certification and teaching personal trainers for over 5 or 6 years and teaching certification courses, teaching certification seminars to a large audience, teaching trainers how to train other trainers and their clients. Teaching people how to teach, that is fucking next level. And I'm not just passing this on to you so you can just take this information like, oh, cool, now I'm motivated. No, this is real information. This is borderline physical therapy. This is rehabilitation, but pre-hab. This is pre-rehabilitation. This is stuff that's happening every day, whether you like it or not, that people are ignoring. Everyone wants to have, six-pack abs. I want to lose the fat. I want to do CrossFit. I want to do high intensity. I want to do cardio. You are going to grow old and stiff and just fucking frail. That's what's going to happen. You are going to grow old. You're going to be old. You're going to wake up and be fucking old because you didn't listen to these words. You didn't listen to me talk about repetitive movement patterns. You didn't listen to me talk about the glutes and, inhibitory techniques when it comes to the hip complex, when it comes to the calves, all these episodes I've done. This is real information. This is real information, and you need to have that recovery mentality. So ask a couple questions right now. If I don't pick up anything here, I'll be going live in my premium group. That is where I'm going to do my live Q&A. That's the next announcement. That the live Q&A is going to be in my premium group. So if you want access to the Q&A, if you want access to open forum, program design, nutritional guidance, yoga flows, exercise demos, exercise breakdowns, and an amazing community, click my sign up button on my Facebook page or go to Swolenormous.com and click on Get Premium. It's 7-day free trial. And there's also a great access link in there for my program at a discount. Remember, only a few more days to get the 90-day dash at a discounted rate. So if you have not yet signed up for premium, I will put a link here below. It's Swolenormous.com. That's my website. You click on Get Premium and you will get access to my accountability group with all the details inside. And I'm posting a lot of stuff every day in premium. I just did a video yesterday on push-up negatives. I'm also putting up an entire yoga flow. There is so much content coming to premium, and it's amazing 24/7, 365 access to myself and to the collective intelligence of this brand. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 307 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our fucking biceps. K2 and Everest dropping knowledge nukes. So make sure you stay in your shelter for a couple extra moments after this broadcast, because remember, that fallout is a fucking bitch. Do not get that radiation. You can avoid this. You don't need to suffer from these issues. Trust me, the health issues are brutal. You don't want to deal with that. So thank you for joining me live every day at 12 noon Eastern Time on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Tomorrow, episode 308 of the Daily Swole, right here. Make sure you sign up for my free trial of Swolenormous Premium. I'll be going live in there right now for some follow-up information and taking open Q&A. So thank you for joining me here. I will see all of you in premium. Don't be late.